This video is sponsored by the subscribe button, as we are going for 20,000 subscribers by the end of 2025. Hello there, welcome to the channel, and today we have nearly 10 LEGO Star Wars canceled sets over the past decade or so. We have new information about and what these sets were originally supposed to be. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to drop a like as well as by leaving your thoughts in the comments section below. And with all of that out of the way, let's just jump right into it. So starting with the first set, this is the 75143 Rebels A-Wing from 2016. Approximately 371 pieces were supposed to be included in this A-Wing, and we have the whole Reddit post that I'll link down to the description below if you want to check that out. But I'll be reading out what the information for this set that the leaker found, and he says, I believe this was already known to be an A-Wing from a LEGO site showing it in the URL, assumed to be the A-Wing straight from 75150 A-Wing versus TIE Advanced. The parts list is similar, slight color changes such as the engines are gray instead of tan. It includes more than just the A-Wing, such as a ladder, a hose, a storage box, a seat, a mug, and a ratcheting crane, seemingly, apparently. And there were no figures listed in the leak description here for this set, so this would have been interesting to see, but we did see a original trilogy A-Wing released, I think, like early 2017, maybe late 2016, so this is just a scrapped version of that set, apparently. Next up, we have the 75231 Death Star cannon that would have released around 2018/2019, and approximately 241 pieces were supposed to be included in this set. It is similar to the 75246 Death Star cannon, but includes nearly 100 more pieces and an extra minifigure. There was going to be a Death Star gunner and an Obi-Wan, except the Obi-Wan has the old hood piece because I don't think that old one had been updated by 2018, and the third minifigure was a Stormtrooper with the pre-2019 helmet mold. So that would have been really fun to see. I think this would have been a better set than the one we got in like 2020/2021. In my opinion, even though it probably would have been a little more expensive, it would have been the worst thing because an extra way to get a Stormtrooper would have been nice, especially since they phased out that old helmet mold and have used the 2019 Family Guy versions for a while now. Alright, now jumping into a very infamous set in the LEGO community, we have the 75260 Yoda vs. Dooku battle. This one was set to release in 2019 with just 236 pieces. So the leak description says, a cancelled 6th 20th anniversary set which had already been named thanks to leakers. The minifigure parts are incorrectly listed, mostly using existing prints as placeholders and including 2 complete Yoda figures. The 20th anniversary minifigure, since this set was released in 2019, was likely Princess Leia based on her hair being listed. Count Dooku's hilt was not one of the listed pieces from the leaked set inventory that people found, but the Force Lightning piece was included in the inventory, so this would have been a really fun set to see. I mean, obviously back then at 230 pieces or so, this wouldn't have been a massive set, but it would have been nice to see it, and especially given the fact that LEGO has yet to make a new Count Dooku since 2013, it would have been really awesome to see one back in 2019, even in a small set. I really hope that LEGO makes him soon, and I hope that he's not held behind a massive paywall, such as a UCMB Master Builder Series, Geonosis Arena, or some other large set. I really hope he comes in an affordable set, less than $100. Next year would have been awesome. Unfortunately, no rumors for him just yet, but I will keep you all updated. Alright, now we have a 2021 Bad Batch set with around 800 pieces, and the leak description says, it reuses a near identical Marauder shuttle build as the 2021 version and a few colors swapped out. They are still sand blue, however. But since the Bad Batch show that the set is based on didn't release until 2021, this set is based on their episodes during the Clone Wars in Season 7, evidenced by the set including 2 battle droids. It would include no Gonk droid and no bark speeders, unlike in the final set. One of the unreleased parts is a transparent red windscreen, which would have been really cool to see, different from the sand blue windscreen with red printing in the final set. However, the biggest change, Republic crosshair would have been in this set. None of the Imperial crosshairs parts have been included, since the parts in that outfit didn't appear until the Bad Batch show, but there are 3 Bad Batch armor leg pieces compared to only 2 in the final set. So it seems simple to believe that the third is for Crosshair with a unique unreleased torso. Head and helmet also do not appear on the list. There's also a single sniper rifle included, likely for Crosshair, as the rest of the team have different weapons. Now, I'm sorry if this did sound a little bit scrambled. It is a little difficult to read because I don't think that this leaker is from the United States, so the leak description is translated and doesn't make complete sense, but pretty much what this is, that this was a 2020 bad Batch Shuttle that ended up being scrapped, and then they released the 2021 version with updated windscreen pieces and then an updated crosshair minifigure. And so it's not the craziest change, but it would have been an interesting change from what we actually saw in the 2021 set. And now we have a very interesting canceled set, was the 75303 UCS Luke's Landspeeder. This one would have released in spring of 2021 with 1,839 pieces. So 1 full year before the release of the 2022 UCS Landspeeder, and it had a very similar parts list to the final version of the Landspeeder with the same huge windscreen piece. And the Luke Skywalker minifigure appeared to be the same version. However, the C-3PO is the generic version that we saw before they gave him dual leg printing or side leg printing. So it's very interesting that they planned it, but then they pushed it over because they wanted to get the good C-3PO in. Apparently that's what it seems like, but I'm not complaining because that C-3PO is still a really great version, and he's really only appeared in a couple of sets since then, so I don't think people are too mad. However, we have the 75538 Super Battle Droid figure with 178 pieces, and then the 75539 501st Trooper with ATRT. This was a 670 piece set, and both of these were supposed to be prequel trilogy based buildable characters, and they were both officially confirmed with the Force of Creativity book last year, where LEGO showed images of them. And these weren't the craziest sets, and they were just scrapped prequel based models for the construction figure line that was failing towards the end of its life cycle, so LEGO phased it out, and these just never made it into production, unfortunately. And then we just have one final set. This was the 30622 Millennium Falcon polybag with about 44 pieces. This one was a small Millennium Falcon polybag, likely based on the Rise of Skywalker, and the only notable thing that this leaker pointed out was that the cockpit piece was from the 2018 Millennium Falcon microfighter, so it was going to be a printed cockpit dish, not a generic gray brick. And so this was a lot of canceled sets, and in my opinion, I imagine that there are far more that the community does not know about. In fact, I heard about a canceled Zam Wessel speeder set also from Discord, and that was really unfortunate. I really would have liked to see it. A designer actually made a mock-up of it, and it just never made it into production. So it's really unfortunate that LEGO has canceled so many sets over the past 10, 15, and obviously LEGO Star Wars has been going on for over 25 years now. So I would love to hear your thoughts down in the comments section below. Which of these sets would you have liked to see actually come true? I think a lot of these are just early versions of sets that actually ended up becoming real sets, like the Bad Batch Shuttle or the Luke's Landspeeder UCS version. So I would love to see LEGO give out full official statements on what sets they actually cancel. That would be really fun to see, but I think that would also actually result in a lot of community outrage if they cancel some sets that the community wants. But please do let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, as well as by leaving a like on the video. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to have a fantastic rest of your day, and goodbye.